Good morning.
Good morning. We were chatting for 15 minutes because she came early. I was ready like never. And now it's 1 o'clock late. I'm sorry. We were talking about
Everything.
About the group, blood groups. Okay, Ginger, Jay, Anna, Herman, Esmeralda, thank you so much. And thank you for your donation. It's so kind of some of you. Thank you. Kathy McLaughlin and Group 66 from
Jenny
Holland.
W.
Happy Christmas from Denmark.
Anne Herman, Ginger J.
Denmark, sorry.
Linda Bishop. Elena. Jana. Kathy McLaughlin. Craig.
Beverly Lajeski, hello. Alexis Travels, Kelly Mack, and
Alien BB.
Oh, we have Alien. That's something. Okay, I have my cards shuffled and we can start with good questions.
Alien BB is asking, was Jesus married to Mary Magdalene?
I'm not that good because three cards.
1, 2, 3.
I have tingling all over my body. I know that they were traveling and she has a baby.
That's what she's asking. Did they have any children?
She has. Thank you, Lupe Sylvester. That's a beautiful present for me. Thank you so much. And it helps my YouTube channel. Thank you. I have a goosebumps. They were traveling together.
Mm-hmm.
The goosebumps are going away, and I love it, that feeling. Angels. Angel of love, because angel of love, symbol of love. So they were in love. He was the leader of the big movement, as was religion that time, and she was a strong woman. So they were traveling and they were experiencing everything. Ooh.
Well, when you read more about Jesus, he was the one who brought the flesh of God. So it's like that's why the Christ consciousness came. But it was more important about the message that we are all one, we are all loved, we are all community, and that was the big message. And that God is not a punishing God or source or whatever you want to call it. That source energy is all loving, unconditional. And so that's the message that he was sent here to bring to us.
And SP said, I love God, I love Jesus, even I'm not that religious. I was very religious when I was a teenager, but it's not that we were just going for masses. And my mom was not religious, because that the church dismissed her for remarry, my stepfather. So she was very rebellion, and she was very upset all the time with church, because first they didn't want to baptize me with my weird name. That time Violetta was not a known saint, and my mom said that they are not giving me a chance to be a saint. So she got permission from archbishop, from the bishop. And when she divorced my father and married stepfather, they didn't want to baptize my younger brother, who was from that marriage, and she was writing wherever she could. Eventually they baptized him. So she had the issues with the church.
And I have 5 close relatives who are ministers, and I married a pastor's grandson, and they're all different religions. And so I know that source energy, that God energy, is one truth, and then it's man who puts in all these different religious parts.
And Tracy's grandfather was a pastor too.
Is he? So, I mean, it's just, that was my experience, that there's truth in all of it. But none of them believed that the others were going to heaven. So it was interesting.
Auntie D, quick question. Do
alcoholics have an entity attached to them?
Oh, boy.
Good for you for challenging her this morning.
Yeah.
She's had her injection. She's had the goosebumps, so she should be good.
Yeah. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The first person who was in my life, I didn't see alcoholism to the extent as my stepfather had. The other people will drink, and they were drunk for a few hours, and then they were fine for the rest of few weeks. But my stepfather was alcoholic. And the moment I saw him visiting, I was 12 years old, and I right away knew that he is so, and he was trying to be polite that moment.
He was trying to be on his best behavior?
Best behavior. He came with my father to carry the TV for my mom. And he was acting like a nice, good-looking guy. Gosh, he was good-looking. And I took my mom to the side and I said, watch yourself, because he's so bad inside, as good he looks outside. 12 years old. So it's hard for me to be objective in this, because I always put him as the only person that I know with that extreme problem. There was another one, extended family, and she went out of that. So to me, it is possible to give up on it, to get clean, because that lady is not drinking and she's very nice. But my stepfather was a victim of something, that he was very abusive all the time. He was so unpleasant to be around. And my mother was in love with him. I couldn't understand that. That's the surprise. They might not even know. They are sharing something, symbol of sharing. And it is that they will grab for the bottle, grab for the cup all the time. With the friends, they always need someone to drink with them. So they are giving up. I don't know if it's insanity, whatever it is that they are.
Whether it's, so is it part of their soul's journey to go through, or she was asking whether there was an entity attached to them. Was it something that's attached, that's outside of them?
I can only say what I experienced many, many years ago in the previous lives. I was a drunk sailor, and this lifetime I can't drink. No matter how I will be influenced by everyone as teenager on Violetta drink, I couldn't force myself to not control my brain. So maybe this lifetime someone will experience this, but the next lifetime they will go opposite direction, because I think that's what it is. I was a drunk sailor and troublemaker, and eventually my friends put me in the potato bag, and threw me over the cliff, and I drowned.
Wow.
Good lesson.
That's pretty dramatic.
I had enough water to sober the hangover. So it is something that this is my idea. Whatever it is they want to experience this lifetime, and the next lifetime, they are not going to touch for the alcohol.
Jana F is asking, do you know a good remedy if having lung problems like emphysema and COPD, something to clean the lung and strengthen?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I had very severe allergy when I was living in Poland. And once I was going through the forest, pine forest, and I noticed that the allergy was gone. It was in the winter. And by walking through that pine forest with the smell of the pines was helping me. So I was always using that. In Poland, we could buy the smell of pines for the bath, and I was always using that. Even over here, there was, when I came to Canada, there was some pines smell, so my bathroom was always smelling with pines. The other thing, when I had my first C-section in Poland and I was coughing, I'm not saying that that's what you have, but the nurses in Poland were not eager to give you medication. They were giving you home remedies instead of some, because I was breastfeeding. So they gave me on a spoon drops of mint oil, on a spirit. So I don't know, that was mint drops.
They wouldn't ingest it, they would just smell it?
Now they would burn this on a spoon.
Okay.
And they would tell me inhale this. So they were coming a few times when I had really bad cough, and after C-section it's so painful, I can tell you, because you are so cut open and then all the things can broke. With my bleeding disorder, it was dangerous. So they were bringing me all the time this. And for years, I was always buying mint oil. I have now eucalyptus oil for that same reason.
Eucalyptus, yeah.
They both smell so nicely. So this is very helpful. And we were always hiking with Richard, taking kids to the mountains in the spring, summer to fall, because our season is so short. And Friday we were packed. He was coming from work, taking bath and eating, and the trailer was packed, and our van he was connecting van to the trailer. It was a small trailer, ugly as can be. I painted the big dog at the back.
You're an excellent painter, so I'm sure it was good.
So it was just, and we enjoy our life. Thank you, Anulik Bihar. Did I?
Anna-Luke Baher,
I'm sorry.
BHAR. Thank you for supporting her.
Thank you. Yeah, that will give you some security, the choices you can make and learn from yourself. But that's what I know. It's not going to work completely. It's just part-time job, but at least it was helping me. So I'm sharing this remedy with you.
Helena, RYNKEVIC. I'm curious what your cards say about Rh negative blood type.
We were just talking about this. My father was Rh zero negative.
Oh, negative, yeah.
Oh, negative. Oh, sorry. In Polish is zero, and in English is O. And he was always telling me that he can give blood to everyone, but he can't take from anyone except the HR zero negative. So then I was reading about this type of blood, and it says that it's from aliens, that in Africa, close to Spain, Moroccan people, they are the ones who has the most that kind of alien blood in them. They are the minus RH zero minus. So that's kind of all that. Apparently that's aliens blood, but we will see what the cards are saying.
1, 2, 3.
It looks like that blood is working on different vibration, because I see the pulse, the vibrations, noble blood, kind of king's blood. And the secrets will be revealed eventually, but we don't know all the secrets. So maybe there is aliens. Maybe my father, but I think more my mother was alien than my father. But then when they divorced, I was 12, and I met him only once. After that, he moved to Germany.
And I donate O positive, and I am more compatible receiving O negative because of an anti-S factor, whatever that is. Anyways, it's an interesting question, though. Linda Bishop is saying Texas here, getting ready for the Arctic freeze. And then Ginger Day says, "What Texas have power issues with the weather this week?"
So they
Two
have.
questions. Yeah, they're in a
Oh,
cold
will
freeze.
they have?
Will they have?
And I said that it will be cold winter, but gosh, it's cold in Europe.
Well,
The
we're cold.
snow, it's horrific. We are freezing.
But what about Texas and their power issues? Will they have that?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
There will be some places, as long as there is no rain that will destroy the freezing rain, they will be fine for a while. But if there is freezing rain, there will be a trouble on and off. A lot of work will be involved, and there will be hard time for people to go through it. The grass is greener over here, that the better side is they have to move through. So the journey is not going to be easy. 6 of Swords is always symbol of hard journey ahead. And on the planes, people will be stuck on the airports and on the highways. It's getting to the point that summers are overheated, winters are overcold.
And there's a lot of wonderful comments here wishing each of you
Thank
who's ever
you so
involved in
much
this
for your wishes and
comments. And Beverly's asking everybody to keep warm and keep the spirit of Christmas lighting your souls and days.
All the best for Christmas and Hanukkah, whatever religion you have. There is no bad religion. Every religion wants you to be better than you are.
Yeah.
That they want people to be good people. It's not that any religion wants us to be a bad. It's just we are interpreting sometimes the wrong way.
And
we are the people, human.
We're going through our challenges, yeah. And it's very, very nice as well for people to keep that spirit up and get together with others. It's also nice to see that you're putting down where you're from. What a variety of different places in the world.
Yeah, from Europe, from Australia, I had this week. So
Pittsburgh, Ohio, Netherlands,
yeah,
Denmark. Very, very nice. Oh, Jerry. Jerry is commenting, Jerry Walker. Good morning. This is my first live show. Well, welcome.
Welcome. You got up on the time.
We hope to see you again.
Yeah.
And Mary gets to fly home for Christmas. Now, Frida's asking,
hello, Sarkisila.
Did Twitch from the Ellen DeGeneres show commit suicide, or was there something sketchy going on?
I was going to check who was he or she was.
Twitch, he was involved on dancing, I think dancing
with the stars?
No, not with the stars. There was another dance group that he was involved with, I think. But anyways, he is a famous dancer. And then he became sort of like a DJ on Ellen's show.
Can you see? I would like to see.
And
if someone is coming for private readings, I would like to mention that. Mention that. Please give me a picture when you are asking about someone like boyfriend or husband, blah blah blah. Whoever you want to ask me about, please bring me a picture of the person. The best is I can see the eyes, but even without the glasses, the eyes is your soul, entry to your soul or to the soul of that person. It gives me so much insight when I'm looking at someone's eyes. Okay.
I did that for the first reading I ever had. I brought pictures of.
So he committed suicide?
Yes, and he even left a note.
He did or not?
He did.
Okay.
So the question was, did Twitch from the Ellen DeGeneres show commit suicide, or was there something sketchy going on? What was going on in his life? If there was something.
3 cards.
1.
You can show to people because not everyone probably knows.
3.
he was in turmoil. He was not completely happy with so many things, and overstress. He needed doctor's help. He was a leader, but he was unable to know which direction to go, what decision to take, and there was no one helping him to go through the drama of every day. I'm so sorry. It is very hard to understand why people will commit suicide. But there is a moment of imbalance in the brain sometimes that people feel for. I had 2 times that I was depressed, but for a really short time, for a few hours. But some people are with that disorder for many hours, days, months. Mm-hmm. And I can't, it is so depressing that they are committing a suicide. We can't tell them or take a pill or whatever. It's not that.
Sometimes it is a chemical imbalance in the brain. That's what I'm saying. But also that it's, they need help. They need to be able to talk to someone. Yeah,
but it is something that it makes you feel so sad and so...
You can't see a way out.
Unhappy and, thinking that no one loves you, and that's the reason you want to commit a suicide. And
Diva369 is asking, does Trump have a pocket pardon?
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
He's checking pants, which pocket it is if it didn't go to the laundry guy.
So he does.
He does, probably. He wants to cheat. He covered himself with the lawyers, and he wants to be a winner. And he's checking which pocket he has in. That's just that.
But there'll be huge debate because he cannot be the judge and jury at the same time.
But he was desperate. That's what he thinks, that he can cheat the system. He's all about cheating.
Which is why he's probably quite confident right now. He doesn't like the ones that are being charged in the different states because his pardon wouldn't work.
I don't know. He is, for me, I can't even imagine how he can operate from day 1 to day 2 during the day. And he can. It's not for everyone. So we are completely different people. Like, some people will be over fragile and he's under fragile. Nothing can stick to me and it will go. He will stand up on the wagon of poo and he will be feeling, okay, it will get out of me and I will be fine. So his demeanor is completely different.
Willow Breeze has a comment here. Please tell the woman to try Mullein, Mullein, and that's for COPD and emphysema. It's excellent for lungs, breathing, wheezing. My mom is 90 on Christmas Day, and she doesn't wheeze anymore. It's truly amazing from the plant.
It's best.
So check it out.
Check it out. We can't give the medical advices, so it's not up to us to give kind of remedies that are not folk remedies, because that will be not appreciated by my provider.
Eleanor Calabrese, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What about the text messages from Alex Jones, which prosecutors got? Did they go to the DOJ? Do you remember when Alex Jones was in court and his lawyers accidentally sent all of his information? Did this information finally get to the DOJ?
But can he be charged 2 times for the same crime? I don't.
Well, he wasn't charged for.
Oh, yes.
It's that extra part that hasn't really been addressed too much, I don't think. I'm sure they've got a lineup of crimes for him. One.
I just can't for myself.
2.
Sorry.
3.
It is someone looking through the big glasses, so they don't trust him. It's all about the money. He will be left without a penny, probably.
Well, he's claiming bankruptcy on different companies, but he keeps on moving the stuff around to protect it.
They, on one hand, they are looking, and on the other hand, they are kind of postponing this, so they are not dedicating enough staff for him. It's all about the finances. It's so hard to apparently take care of anyone, to judge anyone who is rich. Only poor people can be charged and, go to those so many troubles in life.
Well, that's where they also put the focus on, which is what the upper criminals, they wanted to focus on the little bits of crime that are going on that aren't as bad as theirs.
And I bet he has money outside of USA hiding.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
With his good friend Trump and others. So they have some money in Bahamas and other places that they can.
Will his channel InfoWars be taken down?
That's interesting.
1, 2, 3.
It is still spot. It is still producing. So I see that he will be doing his own magic, speaking up and he will be fighting, but eventually he will be worried about finances and he will be in a cold without money. So they will be watching him, and even if he would like to escape outside of USA for taking profit of his property somewhere else, he will be in trouble.
Get through. GT is asking, will prices of homes decline in the Caribbean? They normally go up and down in the US and Canada, but remains high in the Caribbean. So will there be some stability in the Caribbean? Will they go down? 1, 2, 3.
Okay. When the kids were young, we were putting on the doorway some tape.
For measuring?
Measuring.
Mm-hmm.
So
Their
I
height.
see the measuring is going, never will go down because the kids will always grow. So I think it will go up eventually. It will be a good place to still invest. There will be some battles, some hurricanes, and that will affect the probability for people to invest, but it is still a good place to lean for real estate.
Diva369 is saying we're under a blizzard warning in Chicago area. Yes,
and there will
everywhere.
be delays on the plane. Sorry for that.
For travelers.
Travels, and there was earthquake, and I said
in California.
And I said that a while ago that there will be some. The time is never easy for psychic to predict, but I said close to San Francisco, and that's where it was.
Auntie D is saying, what do you see for the water situation in Nevada? 1, 2, 3.
I know that they have such a dry area, but I see floods and mudslides. So both that will happen as well. They will be hiding under the tree, so it is still going to be dry, feeling isolated. They will have to start making different decisions to about farming and so on, because they are standing on the edge of the cliff. But I saw that the mudslides. And the last time I said long time, and then people were writing me, you predict that there will be mudslides, and there were some mudslides. So
Diana's asking, can you please take a look at Biden? Will he be doing well in the upcoming months? And she says, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your wishes and best wishes. And I will have a lottery, but not today yet. I will announce lottery, and then Monday you will come Monday for Christmas Day, and we will do the reading. And
so you're doing your video on Friday night,
Saturday morning,
posting it Saturday morning. Comment on that Saturday morning video. Those comments, that's where she's going to be taking the winner from for a half-hour free complimentary session.
Yeah.
And then she will announce that and do the draw, actually.
But it's not
announce
for
it
today,
on
under today video.
Saturday.
And if you want to send me questions, please write under comments, because that's where I'm going through. And sometimes it's so hard to go through my emails because I have so many, and even I'm answering them, but usually I'm answering them from the bed. And if I forget which one to go through all of them again, it's overwhelming. So please write if you have any questions, please write them.
And there is no charge. One of the questions that came up was, do you have to pay or donate in order to get a question answered? The answer is no.
No, it is.
Just ask.
And it is so nice that people are donating.
So how will Biden do?
Okay, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
He will be covered, the table will be covered with so many papers, and he is not finishing them, going for a break.
Christmas.
No, it's different break. He's so stressed out and taking time for himself, so maybe some health issues. His wife, Jill, will have to, oh no, that might be first lady, not first lady.
Vice President?
Vice President might have to, because there will be something that will make him worry, and he will have to negotiate with the doctor what is going on. So he has to watch his health. There's so much stress.
Wouldn't be something I'd want to take on. So we've got Florida, Germany.
It is like he has so many papers that he has to go through, and he's feeling overwhelmed and getting out. So maybe there will be some health issue. I don't know if it's next few months or longer. I'm not going to talk about time anymore.
So we've got Florida, Germany, Malaysia, Netherlands, Southeast USA.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Whoever you are, from which part of the world you are from, I love you all. We love you all.
And my girlfriend Michelle from Calgary.
Oh, is she too?
Well, she finally mentioned this time. Usually she doesn't comment. She's watching today, she says. Hi. Now this is Bella Luna is asking, why did Zelensky take such a big risk coming to the U.S., and will he safely return back home?
That's what I was talking yesterday with one lady from Texas, and with Beverly. And she said, he is risking so much. Thank you, Beverly, for
1, 2, 3.
Well, it's taking the risk. Like, I see the gallows outside of the Congress, which, by the way, it's not covered yet. No one is talking about those gallows. And it is the dangerous situation for Zelensky. The gallows is symbol of having so many enemies. And, he is jeopardizing his fly back to Ukraine. It is that he is taking extreme risk coming here. So many, the Polish, and I was telling Beverly yesterday, the whole Polish plane was destroyed in April 2010, I think. All the diplomats, and there is no guilty ones. The plane was going to land, and then, he is very vulnerable. But he's fighting for his family. He wants to help bring the rainbow for his family, and he's waiting for for the ships to come in, for the transport of new equipment to help him to survive, for his people to survive. In the night we were talking with my husband. He said it's so cold here, but in Ukraine they have -3, 2, 3, but no electricity, no water, no heating. I don't know how can they do that.
Now, when you ask questions here on this chat for the live, I do take a screenshot of the questions that are not answered right now.
And then she's giving me.
And then I either write some of them down and try to get them answered, or I pass them on to her for consideration when she does her the ones by herself.
I can't answer all the questions because I'm working still on the second part of the predictions, so I have to publish that one by the end of the year.
Now, Sheena, BRUGH, asks, why was Elon Musk meeting with Jared Kushner at the World Cup?
Yes, she sent me that picture today, and
great question.
It's very good questions. Two parts of the zipper, zipping up, making some connection, making some statement, making for the security. So the security is probably for the Arabic provider of money to YouTube, to Twitter. And he was one of the organizers there.
Mm-hmm. And what was Jared's connection?
Jared was getting money from them. Mm-hmm. So they have the money from the same sources. And they are the best friends, our new friends. That's what they call them. So sticky fingers, and the symbol of connecting. So he will be kind of zipper is symbol of connection, symbol of zipping up and not talking about those things. And now Elon Musk is deciding that he is not going to run the.
Elon Musk wants to get somebody else for CEO, but he's still going to keep his fingers in there.
And I said he will be like the drunk driver of the horses sitting on the wagon. And I told my husband yesterday, I said, but the horses, you remember those horses when they were bringing us coal and by the horses? And I said that what the horses will do, and the drunk driver was unable to drive. And he said, they will stay and wait until he will sober, because they couldn't really find the way through the city. So that was my husband's probably very good idea. The YouTube will be stuck with the way that maybe they will be operating.
Are you talking about Twitter?
About Twitter, yes. Okay. Because I said that in the
Did you do 3 cards?
Okay, so
one.
Why?
About why was Elon Musk meeting with Jared Kushner at the World Cup? 1.
And I saw the vision without the counting.
3.
Ooh, they control him.
Yes.
Financially. It's very hard for him, and they are telling him, you are backstabbing us, we can backstab you. The money, 44 billion. And you remember, some of you, that I mentioned that Elon Musk, when I was doing private reading for one gentleman from Indonesia, he was living in Indonesia at that time. And that was at the beginning of the COVID. And I told him that I see Elon Musk, when he asked about Elon Musk, and I see a crater from volcanic crater. Mm-hmm. After explosion, there is nothing on the bottom, burned down to the ground. And there is a big crater, and I'm standing there and looking, and that moment, it was very unpleasant reading for because he invested so much money. And then when I had another reading with him, it was so odd, because I was talking about him, and a few days, 3 or 4 days later, he showed up for the reading. And I said, you remember that? And he said, yes. And I lost the money, because a few days after my reading, Tesla was doing so good. So he said he invested, and then So it is something that my vision might be much in time, much further in time that I know.
No, not good though.
But it's not good for Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, he's trying to be very controlling. Now, this is something that this site. So I've talked before about Sheila Gillette. She channels Ask Theo. She helped Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks with Abraham, etc. But what is interesting, this just came out on December the 8th at Next Level Soul, their site. And Theo channeled his message to us will shock you. But Theo says that life is happening for you, not to you and through you. Most think in the victimized circumstance or belief system that it is there for the challenge. Something is being done to them, but that's not true. The soul draws to itself perfectly opportunities of growth and the learning of compassion. And so there's different sections of what is talked about in this. And these are the timestamps of them. We won't be putting them up on our community page. Do you choose this life and the challenges in it? What is awakening to the fifth dimension?
Because someone can stop and then they can.
Yeah, they can watch it. How do we overcome the fear we have in our lives? How do we discover why we are here in our mission in life? Soul integration, consciousness, connecting to higher self. And the last parts are, what do you think about what is happening in the world today? Where is humanity heading after all this chaos? Your final words for humanity. And what is interesting is that both Sheila, when she does Ask Theo, and also, I'm a follower of some of these other sites as well. Suzanne Giesman, who channels Sanaya. Anyways, when we talk to Violetta, her source gives the same information. And we were talking about that today.
And I said, I didn't even watch them.
No, she doesn't watch them. But her channeled source of who she's getting her information talks about the same things.
And I didn't watch for any psychic predictions or anything. I'm avoiding every psychic right now for 1.5 months. So I don't know what's going in the psychic world because I want just my prediction to be mine.
Mm-hmm. But anyways,
I don't like to cheat. So I'm trying to be as objective with my predictions as possible.
So if you go there, you'll find out some really interesting information. Okay. If you're interested in that psychic route.
Okay, and we have to pray for safety of everyone who is exposed to the cold weather. Europe, North America, and those people on the border who are suffering. I feel so sorry for them. They should have some real structure for them to be able to come legally. If that's eventually it's coming, that they are letting them in. So that should be somehow some protection that they will get from the government. And I wish that they will be paying more attention to that problem, not only on Fox News, but as every other news. I'm sorry, because I know how important for me was to come to Canada, how every day was struggling, would they stop me on the border and send me back? And I sold everything. I was paying, I had some money, but I didn't have ability to start living in Poland because it was impossible to buy anything that time. So I feel so sorry for those young people because most of them are young, especially mothers with kids. Oh gosh, it's so heartbreaking. And for the people in Ukraine, that they will not suffer, that somehow the magic will come and help them and Russian will remove themselves. That's just Christmas wish for them. And that we will find the cures for all those diseases that are hitting people. And
they're worked on the other side, and then they send that information to us, to those who can use it.
Yeah. And love and peace and happiness to every one of you.
And have a very, very joyous, if you're celebrating Christmas Day, have a good good time. I've got a lot of friends right now who are sick,
With
but I won't be.
COVID.
But I won't be seeing them, so that's okay. And I haven't seen
With
them for a while.
COVID and flu
With
and-
COVID and that bronchitis.
Oh my God.
But try to again, when you have a chance to invite somebody in your network that's alone, or make connections with them or something, please take time to do that. It's important.
And Joanne is asking, will we be able to stop the losses of animals? We can only hope that we will be able to provide them with some securities.
So again, watch the video on Saturday that Violetta is going to be posting, the one that she does by herself.
Mhm.
And put your comment there if you want to be included in the draw that'll be taking place from that comment section on Saturday.
Mhm.
Don't put it on, put your comment. I mean, you can still comment on the Monday, etc., but it must be on that particular video on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then a complimentary half-hour draw.
And thank you so much for supporting my channel by watching it, by giving me your likes, and
thank you for allowing us to do this together to take some of the stress off of Violetta. It's made a difference in her life, and she appreciates that.
I was able to clean up my freezer.
Yes,
because
I've done baking, so I'm going to fill it up.
Yeah. Oh yes, she baked, and she gave me already so much.
Oh, there's more coming.
Yes.
But again, we'll see you as the two of us on Monday again, Mondays and Wednesdays in the morning in Alberta time, but you on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and I might do one more video about, depends how busy I will be, about prediction this week or next week.
Part 2 of the predictions.
So stay safe, stay warm, stay
Thank you.
protected, and be healthy.
Thank you for putting in your likes and for sharing and for commenting and for your donations. It truly is appreciated.
I'm always giving likes to every video that I'm watching because my hand is always black, so I know it's my like. Then I don't watch the same video 2 times. Sometimes it is a reminder for me, oh, you have seen that one, so don't go there. Thank you, and see you.
You'll see them on Saturday. I'll see you Monday.
Maybe even Thursday. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Stream. Stop immediately.